welcome to our next lesson. We are going to be doing a lesson called The Night Before Christmas. This is a literature appreciation self-expression lesson. So the reason why we are going to be doing this lesson in the month of December is because Christmas is coming up and there's a lot of literature and books out there that are focused around Christmas. And you can find other books out there focused on other different holidays that are celebrated during Christmas too. Like Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, you might celebrate those. Or you might not celebrate anything at all. If that is the case, if you do not celebrate anything at all, then I'm going to be giving you some different directions on how you can participate and feel comfortable in this lesson, okay? So the first thing that I want you to do is get your materials out. You're going to need a pencil and an eraser. You are going to need these three things right here: the How to Draw Santa Claus, the Christmas tree, and then this copy of the last few pages in the book, The Night Before Christmas, and you need your warm-up paper. You'll also find in your materials a piece of paper, the white construction paper that's cut out to look like an open book with a square on the left and a square on the right. And go ahead and grab that because we may get to using that today. I'm not quite sure. I haven't decided yet if we're going to get to this. So grab it just in case, okay? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you a book. It's called The Night Before Christmas. It is a classic story. Classic means that it lasts throughout all of time. This was written by Clement Moore in the year 1822, so almost 200 years ago. So in 2 years, it'll be 200 years ago that he wrote this book. And it is one of probably the most famous books that has ever been written, and I would imagine that most people know this book by its title, even if you don't celebrate Christmas, okay? So, if you do not celebrate Christmas or you celebrate something different, what I'm going to do is encourage you to get a book that represents something that you celebrate. Or if you don't celebrate anything, then I'd like you to get maybe one of your favorite books in your home that you own. Okay? So pause the video and go get your materials and come on back. And I have Sarah here with me. She has her workstation all set up, ready to go. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Kai, and I got my open book. I got my How to Draw. The trees, and then I got my paper, my pencil, and then this and this in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I'm gonna do the rules.
Okay, go for it.
It's all crumbled. Number 1, always try your best. Number 2, if you get frustrated, take a deep breath. Count to 10. Take a deep breath and try again. Number 3, everyone's art will turn out differently. Your artwork is uniquely yours. Number 4, art is not perfect, and I made up a rule: always have fun, because if you're not having fun, you should pause the video, take like 5-10 minute break, and then come back.
All right, thanks, Sarah. All right, so as I was telling you, we are going to be doing a literature appreciation, and the really cool thing about The Night Before Christmas is that you can find crazy amounts of books.
Yeah, because it's like
all illustrated by different people.
yeah,
Okay, it's the same.
It's a big holiday.
It is the same author who has written, I have all these books, I've collected them over the years. I actually started collecting them before any of my children were born. So if you see here, I have this many copies, and I think I actually might have a few more. I don't think I got all of them out, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 copies right here, and it's all the same book, but illustrated by different illustrators.
It's the same like title.
Yes, it's the same story, same title, same story, and different illustrators. Okay. All right.
What is this?
So It's the same book.
Oh, The Night Before,
Christmas.
Christmas.
Okay. I'm going to keep going, Sarah. You can explore
But
this.
Mom, if people celebrate Kwanzaa, do the elves come too?
I don't know, honey. We'd have to talk to those friends
Or we
who
can look
do.
it up.
Yeah. Okay. So I just kind of want to give talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing. Okay. So when we listen to the same story, we might in our heads be picturing different images, different ways of how we might illustrate this same story. So we might interpret what we're hearing being read to us differently in our own imaginations. So while you're listening to the story today, while I read it to you, I want you to start making up pictures in your head of maybe what you would possibly draw if you were the illustrator.
Are you going to read a whole book?
I'm going to read the whole story, yes.
All of them? Or
Just one. Yeah, just one.
Can I pick?
Okay. Honey, I'm going to keep going, and then when we get to the story, we can talk about that, okay? Okay, so you are going to be the artist today of 2 of the pages of this story. Okay, and I'm going to tell you what pages they are when we get there. I want you to keep in mind a couple things while you are imagining your pictures that you might be drawing while I'm reading it to you. I want you to think about, the details and maybe the colors you're going to use, maybe the different symbols that represent Christmas for you. When you're thinking of the mood of a story, whether it's happy or sad or scary or cozy, you can portray those feelings by the way you draw and the way you use the colors that you choose, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get started by reading one of these books that I have in front of me. Now, if you do not celebrate Christmas and you celebrate a different holiday, I'd like you to maybe see if you have a book in your home, or maybe if you could look up on the internet a story. If you don't have a book about what you celebrate, maybe you can, with an adult, pause the video and go look up a story that has to do with what you celebrate. Or if you don't celebrate anything, I'd like you to go get a book in your home that is something that you love, one of your favorite books. And I want you to take the time to read that book, or have an adult in the home read the book to you, and then you're going to choose 2 pages of that book to illustrate, okay? So, because I went ahead and gave you copies of this illustrator right here, I'm going to have Sarah choose a different book. So I made that copy out of this book. I'm going to have you choose a different book. Yes, this copy that everybody got. So go ahead and choose a different book, but I'm only going to give you maybe like 10 seconds to choose, okay?
I'm looking a little bit through them, like flipping the pages. This one's hard. I think I know which one. Wait, was it this one?
No, I already put it to the side. Yeah.
Ooh, I think I know which one.
Okay.
Okay, and the last one. Okay, I know what I want.
Okay. Which book am I going to read to the class?
I think that one.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you, Sarah. Okay. I'm going to read the book out loud to you, and then I'm going to tell you which 2 pages we're going to illustrate together, okay? And then we're going to do a warm-up. The Night Before Christmas. So I'd like you to look at the pictures that this illustrator uses, and I want you to imagine in your mind what you might be drawing if you were the illustrator. The Night Before Christmas by Clement C. Moore. And this one is illustrated by Jerry Smath.
I said Moore.
That's his last name. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. So look at all the illustrations here.
4 stockings.
4 stockings.
That means there's 4 people living in there.
Yeah, that's right. I think I might have to say who the publisher is. So the publisher is Western Publishing Company Incorporated. It's a golden book out of New York. I think I have to give credit to that. And the illustrations were done in the year 1991 by Jerry Smith, okay?
1990, wait.
Okay. So here was the first page I read. We have stockings here. We have a Christmas tree. We have the stairs with all these different decorations and a lot of good details. The children were nestled all snug in their beds while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. So here we have sleeping children here, the mom and the dad over here. This is what they're dreaming of. These are their dreams.
Look there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's 4 stockings.
And there's 4 stockings, yeah. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash.
I think it's Santa going on their chimney.
The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below.
There's so much houses.
So the moon is shining so bright, its reflection off the snow is making it so they could see out the window and see all these details.
And the house.
And here the wind is blowing and the shutters are open, the window's open. When what to my wandering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer.
With 8, 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yeah, so the illustrator made sure to draw 8 reindeer.
Yeah, so 2, 2, 2, 2.
With a little old driver so lively and quick, here's the driver of the sleigh, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick, which is another word for Santa.
Yeah.
So look at how the illustrator used all the space and drew all these details and the moon and Santa's sleigh and reindeer.
And the mom and dad.
And the mom and the dad.
Window.
And they're like, oh my goodness, look. More rapid than eagles.
Mommy, they should have said like nothing so it could be a surprise for the kids.
Well, let's see what happens.
Or if the kids wanted to see Santa, the reindeers.
More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came. These are the coursers, the reindeer. And he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen. On Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away all.
I pointed to the toys.
Yeah, this is very descriptive right here in the drawing of Santa and the reindeer and all the toys in the sleigh.
Whoa.
As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof.
Mom, I
so
wonder.
all of the there you see all the little hoof marks, right? You see Santa getting ready to go down the chimney.
I wonder, how does Santa remember and how does he carry all the toys, and he remembers, okay, this is for this girl, this is for this boy.
It says Santa magic. It's pretty amazing.
There he is.
There he comes down.
Look at the little kitty cat.
The cat says, oh my goodness. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. So here is what this illustrator decided to draw to portray this next part of the story.
With the cat and the cookies and the milk.
He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. That's from the chimney, right? All the black marks on his suit.
All the toys.
A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack.
Like he's ringing the bell.
He's ringing the bell. A peddler is somebody who sells things, so it looks like he could be a peddler, someone who's selling all these Christmas presents. But
yeah, like at Target they sell all these toys or Toys R Us, but they went out of business.
Target?
No, Toys R Us.
Oh, Toys R Us, yes.
Yeah, Target now.
So I'm going to keep going because we have another page over here. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. So you see the beard nice and full.
I don't know if you guys seen, but
the mom and the dad, yeah. All right. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread, nothing to worry about. So you see all here, you see Santa and all these really amazing toys.
Ooh, look at all the stockings. He put surprises in your stockings, like for extra.
Yeah.
This is your picture.
He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk.
Yeah, because when Santa comes, he's not supposed to wake up your pets, because if you have pets, then if the dogs or the cats or if the dogs wake up, there would be like ruff ruff, or if the cats or they might make a sound and they might like go
so
to the owner.
So he's got to be really quiet, huh? And laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle. So it means he whistled to the reindeers, let's go. And away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Okay? The end.
The end. So, what we're going to do before...
You're supposed to observe and see what the pictures were, see if you want to draw one.
Right, and what we're going to do is we're going to do some practice drawing first, okay? So grab your How to Draw Santa, and grab your warm-up paper, your white piece of paper, and then grab your pencil and your eraser. And we're going to practice first by drawing Santa on one side and a tree on the other.
Oh, so like you can either draw Santa here and the tree here, or Santa and the tree here?
No, we're going to draw Santa on one side and a tree on the other. Oh. We're going to practice drawing really big and taking up a lot of space, okay?
But what about in the main drawing?
In the main drawing, that's up to you. Yeah. Okay. You ready? Let's get started with step 1.
That's like an oval. The face is like an oval, like an egg.
Yep, we're going to start here with this tiny little oval right here. And I want you to use the whole warm-up paper. So we're going to start about 1/3 of the way down. And we're going to do an oval.
Wait, is it like a hand down? Or
maybe like your whole finger length down.
Oh, yours is big.
Mine is
so
longer.
Yours is going to be bigger than that.
Okay, so I did my oval. Remember, this is just... This is just a practice, so it's going to kind of be a quick sketch. We're not going to be too concerned about erasing.
I just did a little.
That's okay. We're not going to be terribly concerned about the getting this just the way you want it. We're just practicing. So we have our oval.
Wait.
And then after our oval, we're going to do this crescent shape right here. So we're going to go to the side of our oval, and we're just going to do kind of like a half circle.
Oh, yeah, for the like a hat.
Okay. Then we're going to do a big teardrop, and this is going to be most of Santa's beard and hair. So start above your crescent shape, and we're going to do a big like teardrop or like an egg shape.
That's
Yeah. Because look, here's where you're gonna fit his eyes.
No, that's the oval.
And this is the
Maybe
teardrop.
then what is the oval?
This is gonna be his beard.
Oh, I thought it was like the face.
Well, if you look at step 2 and 3, you can kind of see 4, 5, and 6. You can see how it progresses. Okay. So we just finished with step 1, and now we're gonna move on to step 2. We're gonna do Santa's little sleepy eyes like this. So I'm going to do an upside down U here and an upside down U here. So those are his 2 eyes. We're on step number 2. And then we are going to do the rim of his hat. His hat, the rim, it looks to me like the shape of a rectangle. So, and it's gonna come down and over, so we're gonna do a little bit of erasing. So I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna do the rectangle and I'm gonna have it touch where the top of his eyes are. And then I'm gonna use my eraser. And I'm gonna erase this part right here. Okay. And I have, that's just the white part of the hat, okay? Then I'm gonna move on to step number 3, and I'm gonna do right where his, these are his eyebrows. And the way this illustrator did it, this illustrator made the eyebrows kind of go up and over the hat. And you see the final piece right here. The eyebrows are dancing over the hat. So you can, if you want, you can kind of erase this area right here a little bit and draw in the square eyebrows, and then you can get those details back in, okay?
Well,
so,
can I do anything above this? Do I have space for?
Well, look ahead. Look ahead. The hat.
Do I have space?
Yeah, you do, definitely. All right, so I just did those 2 squares right here for step number 3, and now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do the half circles right here. And they start right where the oval, the crescent meets the oval, and it comes down like this, and this is his mustache. Okay, and then we're going to go like this.
Wait, do I connect them?
Yep. Beautiful. Now you're doing these little half circles. It starts where the crescent meets the oval.
That for? Oh.
That's his mustache. You see that? Okay, so we just did steps 1, 2, and 3. That's all right. It's just the refrigerator. And now we're going to go over here to step 4. And we're going to do the top of the hat and the little white ball. So the way that this Santa was drawn, you come up and over. Now, when you do your actual drawing, you do not have to follow this. You can put your own creativity to it. You can make the hat go up and big. You can do it however you want. This is just a suggestion. And this is just, we're just following a simple how to draw. So this, I'd like maybe that to curve a little bit. So this hat is a little, it's not very poofy up, but you can do whatever you like. And then we're going to come down here and we're going to do the top of his suit, which would be like his jacket, okay? So we're going to come up his beard right here, and we're going to do a straight, a slanted line out to the left and a slanted line out to the right. Okay? Then we're going to close that up and create the rim of his jacket.
I'm not good at this.
You're just trying your best, right? This is just a warm-up. We're just practicing because who knows, you are probably going to have Santa you're going to probably have a Santa in your picture, and you can use this how to draw, or you could do it, you could draw Santa however you like. So we just finished step 4. We're on to step 5.
Oh dang, I don't have really like a lot of space.
You don't need a lot of space. It's just his tiny little legs and his tiny little feet.
I'm just making a little shadow.
All right, I'm gonna move on to step 5, Sarah, okay? I'm gonna start with the arm on the left. And I'm gonna come out a little bit up his beard, and I'm gonna come down like that, and then I'm gonna do the cuff of his sleeve, and I'm gonna do his hand. So I just did the left hand. Now I'm gonna do the right hand. I'm gonna come up towards his beard up here and come up. He's gonna be waving this Santa.
Yeah, because it's on it.
And I'm gonna do the cuff, which is kind of like an oval shape or a rectangular shape, depending on how you draw it. And I'm gonna do the mitt here.
Oh, mine doesn't go to that.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Beautiful. And then do his arm over there. Sarah's arm on the left kind of came out to the side like that, which is perfectly fine. It doesn't have to be exactly like this how to draw.
Okay, come on.
All right, now I'm going to do the belt buckle right here. So I'd start with a square right in the middle, and then I'm going to do another square inside that. And then I can draw lines going out. This is the belt.
Okay.
So I did the square inside. Do the square first. It's easier to measure. You do the square inside and the square outside, or the square outside and then inside, depending on how you would like to do it. And then draw a line to the belt buckles. And then the last thing we're gonna do are his legs. Okay, which look like little squares right here. And then we're gonna add, we're on to step 6, it's the very end. We're gonna add the trim of his pants.
His feet are little.
His feet are little. You don't have to do it like this. This is just, we're just practicing. So see, I mean, I made that one really big and that one really small. No big deal. And now I'm gonna do some boots. Kick out this way.
Like the socks?
That's the cuff of his pants.
I thought that was the shoes. I'm like, okay.
No. There's a boot
I'm
there.
like, those are really tiny.
And then look what they did here. I thought this was kind of cool. The sole. Right here, you have the heel. It's like a oval there, and then a long
I didn't take
oval.
up all of mine.
A long oval here, an oval here, and a long oval here for the sole.
I didn't take up all my paper.
No, yeah, totally. And then you can even do these tiny little details, those little ovals.
Wait, what are those?
The sole of his boots, the bottoms of his boots. Okay, so we just did the warm-up and we practiced a Santa. We used the whole paper, made them super, super big.
Maybe you left a little space down below or up high, and I left very little, tiny space up high, and a little bit down low.
And then we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna practice drawing a Christmas tree. Okay, flip over
and
your.
Can I show them my?
Sure. Here you go.
Yeah, I'll just bring it to it.
Okay. So here's Santa, Sarah's Santa. It's great. It's fun. Awesome. Okay, let's practice drawing a
I want to see
tree.
yours. Yep, they're different.
They're very different. Okay, let's do our star first, way up high. So, if you look here, we're gonna try to do a star where you don't cross over. Okay, so you know how we can do this one where you do a V, and then a dot, and then connect, go across like that.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to do it without all those little crosses. I'm gonna show you how to do it.
That's I only know how to do that one.
That one?
I'm gonna erase that.
This is my warm up. I'm not even gonna erase it. Okay, let's practice right here. Let's practice on the side, way up here, and we're gonna do 5 triangles that go in a circle. Watch me first. I'm not gonna connect it though. I'm just gonna do the point. And I'm gonna move the paper. 1, 2, 3.
Is that gonna be your star?
It is. 4, 5.
No, wait, hold on.
Okay, practice it.
I want to leave a little space up.
I just did it off to the side to practice it. I'm gonna do another star right now. For the top of my tree. I just did this over here in the corner to practice it.
Like that.
Okay, so everyone, I'm gonna give you a second to practice it. And just a friendly reminder, you guys know that if you need to pause the video at all, You can pause the video if I'm going too fast. You can pause the video and then once you're with me again, you can press the play button. All right. So everybody practice that. You can pause the video. You can practice 5 or 6 times, however many times you need to practice, and then press the play button. And we're going to get going on doing our star for the tree and then the tree below it. So that's my practice. Now I'm going to start here.
That was my main one, and I messed up on my main one because I...
So we're drawing lightly then. If you feel like you're going to need to erase, draw lightly, okay? So I'm starting the star at the top of my tree.
Okay,
I did a triangle without connecting the bottom, and I'm going to go 5 times around. 1, 2, and I'm spinning my paper as I do it. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I just did step number 1 right here. Now I'm going to start swooping down my tree. This is usually Christmas trees are pine trees of some sort, evergreens that stay green all year round. So, and the very tip top is usually the smallest. So I'm going to swoop it down like this, and then I'm just going to come in a little bit. And then I'm going to swoop it again and come in a little bit. Beautiful, Sarah. Okay, remember, this is just a warm-up. And Sarah, look, I'm moving on, honey.
Can you just...
Yeah, I'm moving on to go down the tree. Okay, so now I've done 2 of them. 1, 2, and I'm going to do my 3rd swoop down. Swoop and then in.
Okay.
Swoop and then in. So now I'm done with step number 2. Now I'm going to go on to step number 3, which is to finish my swooping in and out until I finish to the bottom of my tree. I'm going to use my whole paper. So I'm just going to keep swooping out and in, out and in. Whatever I do to the left, I do to the right, so that I'm coming down symmetrically down, okay? I'm going to swoop out and in, out and in, out and in. I think that's about it. But when you do it to the left, you do it to the right at the same time. It's just to keep you, if you want it to be even going down on both sides. Out and in.
But some Christmas trees are not really even.
That is
lot
true.
Of Christmas
That's
trees.
true. That's totally true. And then when I get to the very bottom, I've run out of paper here going out. So now I think I'm just gonna finish up my tree. Beautiful. And now, do you notice the bottom of my tree is not like a perfectly straight line? It's really wavy. So I just finished step 3, and I'm on to step 4, which is to give it a nice little trunk. So here's the trunk here. You can do lines coming down the trunk if you'd like.
But maybe fake trees are equal, but not real trees.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so I just finished up the trunk. I'm going to move over here where you can do like a garland that wraps around the tree. You can do it all different ways. You can have it all going the same way, like this is all wrapping the same way down. Or you can have it going back and forth, coming down the tree. You decide. I'm going to follow this one because I'm doing this how-to. And then you decide what you'd like to do. So I'm just kind of coming down like this. Down like this.
Mom, I didn't get it together. Oh, yeah, right. You got it. I have literally no space for the trunk. I got it.
Oh, you...
Mama, look at.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so remember, this is just a warm-up. We're just practicing, but what I'm really enjoying, Sarah, is I'm enjoying seeing you make a humongous tree. We want big details when we are illustrators, when we're trying to draw, right? So we're making a big tree here. Now I can come in and add a ton of ornaments. So I can do circular ornaments. I can do some oval ornaments.
Does Mommy, my trunk is literally touching the ground.
Is it? Okay, great. So start adding some ornaments. You can add candy cane
for my
ornaments.
Real one, Mommy, for my real one, I am definitely gonna do it like not I'm gonna do it like yours. Like I'm gonna do this side and that side. This time I just did it.
You did all the left and then all the right. So add a bunch of different ornaments. You can add all different shapes and different theme, like different things that represent Christmas. You can even do like, you can even try to do some like swirls, like a piece of candy in it, like that. So you can even do like a gingerbread ornament, like this, right? So you could just do all different types of ornaments all around. You can do another gingerbread here, gingerbread man.
I'm definitely doing my regular one differently than this one. This one didn't really turn out like I wanted it to.
Okay. Well, just do it however you think you want to practice. Remember, we're just practicing.
Or you could draw like a frame and like your picture on it.
Oh yeah, that's an ornament.
Like maybe you have like a picture of when you went to school and they put your picture in it and then you can hang it on your
Yeah, that's true. Okay, and the last thing right here, the very last step after you add all your ornaments, you can even have some ornaments hanging from the sides of the tree.
How do you do a candy cane like that?
Yeah, you got it. Beautiful. The very last thing you can do is you can add a skirt around the tree. And then, you can add presents down here, whatever you'd like for the warm-up, okay? So I think we're going to stop here for this video. We're going to stop at the warm-up. Yeah. And when we come back for the next video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be illustrating the very end of the book. So I'm going to read it to you, what we're going to be illustrating. And I want you to, let me see, I got to make sure I say it right. I want you to think about how you want to illustrate it, because we're basically going to be illustrating this end scene with Santa and his sleigh going away and him like going up the chimney, okay? So I think 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, Mommy, how do you do the skirt?
Oh, yeah, right, like that. Just around it. So we're going to be illustrating right around here. He was chubby and plump, He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk.
So, Mommy, why did you decide this illustration in this book?
I just chose randomly what would actually copy well in my copy machine.
Or what you think the picture that you want.
Yeah, this could give you inspiration. And laying a finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of his thistle. Oh, you know what? But we are going to be illustrating even the very last part.
Okay, wait, can I?
But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Wait, that's literally the same picture of this, but instead, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to be illustrating the very end of the book.
I don't really like it, but I'll do, I'm going to do like a different one, like, because I like how my mom did this and this.
The swooping?
Yeah, and I only did that and then that, so it didn't really turn out equal.
So let's have some positive self-talk. I think it turned out well, and if you think you want to do something different for your next attempt, you can. But let's make sure we have positive self-talk about how our efforts are, okay? So I think you did a great job. Your effort was great. I tried my best. Did you try your best?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay, so now you have your warm-up.
Asleep.
Your foot fell asleep?
Yeah.
Oh no. You have your Santa, you have your Christmas tree, you have your drawing aids here. I would like you to grab these 3 things. I want you to paper clip them back together with your large piece of construction paper that's cut out in the shape of a book. And when we come back for the next video, we are going to be illustrating the last 2 pages of this story. Again, if you celebrate something different, then you're going to be illustrating maybe your favorite part of a book that is about what you celebrate. Or if you do not celebrate,
like Kwanzaa.
If you celebrate Kwanzaa, then you have a book, or maybe like if you go on the internet and you look up a story about something to do with Kwanzaa, you can illustrate some of what you read. Or if you do not celebrate anything during the month of December, you can grab your favorite book, choose 2 pages that you really like, and you may illustrate those 2 pages, okay?
But
So,
I really like Christmas. But I want to grab a book that I like. So what, Mommy, if one of the students says, I like Christmas and I like this book. This is like my favorite book, but it's still Christmas.
if you celebrate Christmas, you are going to illustrate The Night Before Christmas with us.
Even though if your favorite book.
Yep. Even if you have a different favorite book, you can always.
Or if your favorite book is a Christmas book.
You can always, if you want to continue illustrating on a different piece of paper from home, you can practice illustrating another book that you might like. But for this assignment, if you celebrate Christmas, you are going to do The Night Before Christmas, okay? All right, great question though, Sarah. Thanks for clarifying. All right, we will see you. I want you, like I said, I want you to paperclip all this together, your warm-up, your drawing aids, and your construction paper that is cut in the shape of a book. I want you to paperclip all those together, and I want you to put it back in your art supplies and be ready for when the next video is assigned to you. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you for the next video. Want to say goodbye?
See you in the next video. Bye.